You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Wednesday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby. If I could just take a little moment to pat myself on the back on the show here today. Today is 2 years no smoking.
Hey, really?
Yeah, man.
Off the heaters.
Yeah, 2 years ago, my oldest child, Alex, offered to pay me $5 Canadian to quit smoking, with the caveat that if I ever smoked again, I had to give her $5 for each cigarette that I had. And somehow that was the thing, because I had done the books on tape, I had tried the hypnosis, I tried the gum, I tried the shot. None of it worked, but a $5 bill was apparently what got me to quit smoking. I made it 2 years.
Now, with all the money that you've saved, you still don't have that boat, eh?
You know what? It's crazy. I still look out into my driveway. I don't have the boat. I don't have the giant RV. I'm not living in some lavish mansion or anything like that. Like, they really do, the quit smoking people try to make you feel like, you know, if you just quit smoking, your whole life would turn around.
Still getting the cravings, though?
Oh, my God. I had one last night. We went out for a meal at a restaurant, and as we were leaving, there was somebody standing outside having a smoke, and all I could think of was, could be me.
Yeah.
That could be me.
100%, man. I heard it just never goes away.
That's just it. Like, I remember in the aftermath of quitting, like in those first few days, obviously the cravings are hammering you in the brain as like the nicotine starts to filter out.
That little
and
voice
stuff
in the back of your head that's like, just have a cigarette.
And I remember like convincing myself, it's like, just get through this and then they'll go away. Just get through this and then they'll go away. And here we are 2 years later. And I'm like, if I smell cigarette, I'm still like, the good old days.
The weird thing with smoking is, I mean, everyone that smokes tells themselves that they're going to quit, but then you almost forget why you even started.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think back now that you bring it up, and it's like...
When did you start smoking?
I
What
was
age?
still in... I don't know if I was in high school or if I had just finished. So I was maybe like grade 12. Like, I wasn't an early start smoker. I was 17, 18 years old.
Was it peer pressure? Was it trying to be cool?
You know what? It wasn't even. Because I knew I wasn't cool. I was a nerd, and I was at a house party with other nerds, and a non-smoker showed up with a pack of darts and was like... I heard that if you smoke these when you're drunk, it makes it you're even more drunk. And nobody at the party knows anything about that sort of thing. So we all drink, and then we go out in the backyard. It's like 4 or 5 non-smokers, and we all just light up cigarettes, hacking and coughing all over the yard. And then wouldn't you know it, the next day, we're all back to the store to buy our own cigarettes.
See, I thought I had a good reason to start smoking because I worked in kitchens in high school.
Right.
And all of a sudden it was like, why do all these guys get to go outside all the time? And it was like, oh, well, they're ripping darts.
Oh, the smoke breaks.
So then I was like, yeah, let me bum a dart off you. And that was my sole reason, was just to get time off of work in high school.
Just to get extra breaks during the job shift.
Yeah, little did I know I was taking 5 minutes off my life every single time. That was the reason.
You got to pay it back at the end.
I mean, it's not a good reason, but at the time it sounded like a good reason.
At the time, it probably made a lot of sense. Plus, again, it is that peer, like it's your peers. It's the people you're seeing every day. They're going outside. You and I both know from being smokers that you miss out on like a lot of like social conversations and stuff when the whole group goes outside for a cigarette.
Oh yeah, especially at the bar or something when you're you're just the only one sitting at the table while everyone's chopping it up, ripping darts.
Hey, we're gonna go out for a smoke. You'll watch the table, right? You'll watch all our drinks, watch our purses, our wallets, all that stuff. You're good to just sit here and be alone like a coat check person?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. It's such a bummer.
I smoke to have friends.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We are getting some valid reasons on the text line at 762-555 from people on why they started smoking. Someone said it was to cover up the smell of the jazz cabbage when they went home.
Which makes sense. Like, I do remember using that same... I was already smoking at the time, but, like, it is a good way to cover up an odor.
Lorna texted in and said, I started smoking because of a babysitter blackmailing me that she had a beer, so I had to have a cigarette cigarette, or else she would tell if I told.
Oh, it's the old, hey, you got one on me, I got one on you. Mutually assured destruction with your babysitter.
A lot of people just finding their parents' smokes and watching them. So like monkey see, monkey do kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is when I started smoking, I couldn't just walk into the store and buy them myself, but my mom would buy them by the carton, right? So, hey, if a pack disappeared from the freezer, who's to say where it went?
Someone else texted in and said that their mom used to make them light their smokes for them.
Jesus, that's insane.
That their mom didn't want to light their own smokes, so it would make them do it. And
That's so dark to be like, hey, I can't reach my cigarettes or I don't have a lighter. You light it for me and then pass it on over here.
We do have a friend of the show, Daniel, on the phone. Why'd you start smoking darts, buddy?
Yeah, so originally it was grade 10, and there's a lot of smokers that would be hanging around the site, and they didn't have the money to buy a pack, but they had change laying around. My dad smoked bag cigarettes, so I'd take a handful of bag cigarettes and I'd bring them to school and I'd sell them for 25 cents a piece.
Big money.
Yeah. Well, and after a while of selling them, I started to be like, well, why does everybody want to buy them? And I started smoking them, and I ended up smoking for probably a good 7 years, and I think I'm going on 6 or 7 months.
You broke the number one rule, never get high in your own supply.
That's just it.
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy how big of a thing that was. I remember finding my grandma's cigarettes before I ever started smoking, and then I'd sell them at school to get lunch money.
Well, the thing is I've been how much you charge for a cigarette?
It was $1 a cigarette.
See, that's the thing. So I've been in the game long enough.
He said 25 cents.
I put in 2 decades on the darts. It was 25 cents when I was in school. By the time I was getting to about college, it had gone up to $1. To even like a couple years ago, you'll see people come up to you now if they're really hard up for a cigarette. They'll have a toonie in their hand, be like, "Can I buy a cigarette off you?"
What's the going rate for a cigarette right now with inflation and everything?
With inflation, oh my God! We've got to be getting closer to $5.
Packs are like $18-$20 now.
That's just it. And the thing is if you're in the market to buy a single cigarette, you don't have buying power. You are desperate at that point.
Honestly, if you're really smart, if you can get like a square machine or something and you stand outside of a bar with cigarettes.
Start taking tap payments?
You could make so much money, dude. Because nobody carries cash or change on them anymore. But if you could take tap.
The era of buying a street meat cart to make money after the bar is over. We're only selling loose cigarettes on debit now.
Go out to the res, buy a bag of Rollies, get a square machine. You'll make your money back in no time, dude.
How do you make your living? I sell loose cigarettes in nightclubs.
I'm telling you, you'd be somebody's hero this weekend.
This is $1 million idea, and you're just giving it away for free.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, of course, it is Fleetwood Mac week here on the station, and it is Wednesday, which means it's time to make some Fleetwood Mac songs sound dirty, which, if you know anything about the history of this band, there's a lot of tensions between group members.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, going on behind the scenes is almost as fascinating as what ended up coming out.
So it's very easy to actually turn some of these songs that were very passionate, make them dirty, you know. Go Your Own Way, of course, was very easy.
You can your own way. You can call it another lonely day.
It works.
I mean, if you your own way, it might not be so lonely.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on how you do things.
Yeah, that's why there was so much beefs in the band. You know? Dreams is another one that I felt like was very easy to work with. True.
Say when they will come and they will go. When the washes you clean, you know.
So for your own interpretation, what's washing away?
Take that how you choose to.
The Chain, a very emotional song.
Absolutely. An epic, really.
Change that up a little bit. Some people say that when they were on stage, they would look at each other and argue. And I mean, that could have been the reason.
I just love though, if it's not now, it's not ever, all right? I'm in the mood, so either let's go.
One of my favorite Fleetwood Mac songs is Hold Me. I think it's an underrated song.
Yeah.
And I think it also gets turned very dirty with a few bleeps.
You and me got plenty of time. There's nobody in the future, so baby, let me hit you. Oh, no step for you to dance to. So slip your hand inside of my.
It was the 70s, man. It was a wild time. What can you say?
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You know, when you're golfing, there's nothing worse than when the group ahead of you is slow as hell and then you want to pass them and they won't let you pass them. Well, something like that happened recently with a former NHL tough guy. His name is Nick Tarnasky. You may not know him, but he had a small stint. He was a little bit of an enforcer there.
It's a tough guy name.
He was out on the links, and there was a couple of drunk guys ahead of him who he claims were spending like 10, 15 minutes on each tee box. They were stumbling over, and, well, things got a little bit confrontational here.
You need to get off the golf course. Yeah, we will, man. Go now. Like, pack up, go now.
Dude's pretty fired up.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of poking out his chest a little bit.
Hey.
Oh, my God.
Come on, man.
Gets ragdolled into the bushes.
Hey.
Is that a lake down there, too?
I told you. Man, leave him alone. You want another? You want one, too? Came at me. Leave him alone, man. I got it all on record.
And then he comes back out of the
I got it
bushes.
all on record.
Looking like Swamp Thing.
Hey, you want to fucking go, guys?
Hey, leave me alone, man. I wouldn't you go back, you moron.
Hey. Bang!
Bang!
Come on, man.
Bang!
How to get in there? Like, just like... Enough!
Are you still cheering on me?
And he still keeps coming back.
Get out! Hey.
Oh, my God.
Get him the out of here!
Now, if you want to see the video for yourself, text FIGHT to 762-555. You got to give the guy some credit because as much of a dickhead as he is, he keeps getting up even after.
Bang! Bang! Come on, man.
Which is the craziest thing I've ever seen happen in a fight. A guy literally call his punches as they're happening.
He's narrating the fight like he's a late
That's what it
90s
is.
Diamond Dallas Page. Bang! Bang!
Imagine having the confidence in a fight to just...
Bang! Bang! Come on, man.
And the thing is, he's not even saying it after he lands. He's saying it as he's
right
throwing.
before, too.
He knows that he's about to smash this dude. Bang! Bang!
And you can tell in the video, if you watch, you can tell he's an old hockey fighter because he grabs his
Yeah.
shirt. He does the old twist thing and stuff there.
He's
yeah.
got him fully off balance. Not that this dude, who's clearly about a dozen beers deep, had much balance to start with. But you're right. I guess some credit to the guy who's taking enforcer shots to the face.
Well, when you have enough drinks, sometimes you feel no pain. So.
The best part is at the end. So there's three phases, 3 rounds essentially. The guy charges Tarnasky at first, gets thrown in the lake, comes back. That's when he gets the bang, bang, bang.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third and final round, Tarnasky just grabs him and throws him a la Uncle Phil to Jazzy Jeff in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Dude goes sailing across the cart path.
We also kind of skipped over the fact of his buddy going,
I got it all on record.
Got it all on record, buddy.
like the most Canadian thing I've ever heard. Between
Bang! Bang!
Bang!
Man.
and having his buddy.
I got it all on record.
That's a real Donnybrook.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We were talking about that hockey player getting in a fight.
Bang! Bang! Come on.
Narrating his own punches.
How to get in there?
I was thinking, if you could sneak that into like an EDM drop somewhere,
Oh.
that would be perfect. But then also, I wish that I could just go in and edit the music in our library and change some of them up like T-Rex.
That fits really well.
Or even, what is it, Quiet Riot?
Having the shuffle of his feet just really sells it, too.
The one that works the best is that Bang Bang song.
Remember when we
Nancy Sinatra?
I shot you down. You hit the ground.
Somehow this feels like a Trailer Park Boys edit.
If there's any DJs out there, I highly recommend the next time you're hitting up the club, you can drop a banger, dude.
The Brock and Dobby Podcast.
The nation is mourning as Jersey milk bars are officially going extinct.
I said on the show yesterday that I was like, oh yeah, I don't remember the last time I had a Jersey milk. Like I heard the news that this was going away and I was like, oh, that's too bad, I guess. I had no idea the cultural and nostalgic impact this chocolate bar had on our country.
Well, the biggest thing is it was the summer chocolate bar because it's the chocolate that I feel like most people use with their s'mores.
Right, yeah, you do the graham cracker and then the Jersey milk was just kind of, it was that perfect shape. Like it had the little squares that you could put on whatever size your cracker was. Add a little marshmallow and you're having a good time. But I feel like over time, other chocolate bars have kind of worked their way in. Like even if you go to the grocery store now, some of the big chocolate bar brands, like even like Reese and Aero and stuff like that, like they have s'mores kits. They want their chocolate bar to be at your campfire.
Dude, I never thought about doing s'mores with like a Reese or something.
I swear, I don't know if I saw it.
That's actually genius.
I don't know if I saw it at a grocery store or maybe a fever dream, but I feel like that's a thing.
I mean, damn. I've never thought about every time you make s'mores, you're like, I just want plain chocolate on the bottom as the base.
Well, is that what you want or is that what you've been told you can have?
That's what society has told me to do.
All these years, society was like, listen, you buy the most basic, plain, meltable chocolate bar that you can.
Yeah.
And you hold it over the fire and then you put it in your mouth when it's way too hot.
A Reese would be nice if you could melt a Kit Kat on there or something.
Kit Kat would be good. Have a little bit of crunch to it. Maybe like a caramel. Put some caramels on there.
Does anybody do like? Are we idiots? Is this the first time we're thinking about this?
Are we inventing something or are we super late to the party?
I mean, I was kind of sad about the Jersey milk, but screw the Jersey milk. My horizons have just been broadened here this morning.
I just got a fire pit for the backyard, and I'm really strongly considering going and buying a big Turk and just setting it on fire to see what happens.
As a stoner, I'm disappointed in myself for not having thought of this before.
The Brock and Dobby Podcast.
Apparently, we are late to the party on using other chocolate bars for s'mores. Also, got to give a big shout out to Celebration Cookies, which is getting a lot of plugs here on the text line this morning.
The text line looks like an advertisement for Celebration Cookies, which does make sense, right? Why go chocolate and cracker if you can get it all in one tight wrapped cookie? And they are delicious. But, yeah, I am bummed out that our $1 million chocolate bar idea is apparently just a thing.
Someone did suggest using Oreos as the base for s'mores.
Ooh. Oreo with the marshmallow filling.
And then an actual marshmallow.
And then another marshmallow. It might be too much. If I'm I'm thinking about it now and I'm almost like, that might be a lot.
I disagree.
I have seen videos and someone texted this in. It reminded me of people who will take the Reese peanut butter cups. And you know that like marshmallow fluff you can buy as like a spread?
Yeah.
They'll just straight up dip the peanut butter cup into the spread and then toast that.
That's amazing.
So you've now got peanut butter encased in chocolate, encased in marshmallow with a crust.
You know what you've got? Diabetes.
I do. I do have that.
We've got someone on the phone. What's your little camping cooking snack you like to make?
Well, you take a good waffle cone.
Okay.
Throw all of your stuff, all your marshmallows, your chocolate, anything else like nuts or whatever else you want in there. Wrap it up really good in tinfoil and throw it in your coals. Maybe 2 minutes.
Yo, it's like a waffle cone chocolate hand grenade.
Exactly.
That sounds amazing.
The other really good thing, and this is really kind of dangerous too, is you take those little marshmallow strawberries.
Okay.
And you roast those over the fire, and the outside sugar part gets all like caramelized and like glossy, like melted sugar. and the inside is just molten strawberry.
Oh my God.
It sounds amazing, but as someone who leads the league in charred marshmallows, I don't know that I can handle the added pressure.
Oh, that sounds even better, man. Oh. I've never thought about stuffing my marshmallows before either. I'm about to get so fat this summer.
Hell yeah.
Well, enjoy.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you, honestly.
I feel like I need a shot of Ozempic to keep having this conversation. Just to talk about this, I'm drooling.
I believe it's Paul that we have on the phone. Paul, you had a camping snack that you'd like to share?
Yeah, they're called chipmunks.
What's a chipmunk?
So you take 2 2-bite brownies, and you have an After 8 mint, and you take both of them and you put the After 8 mint in between the 2 brownies, and then wrap it in tin foil, throw it in the cold for a minute or 2 so that the chocolate melts. And then the reason it's called a chipmunk is because once the chocolate melts, the white line from the After 8 mint creates, like, it almost looks like a chipmunk once you unwrap it from the tin foil. It has the white line going down the middle.
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds more like a skunk.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, it was the Girl Guides that created the chipmunks, so I would say it would be a skunk.
It's all about branding, because you're right. It's definitely a skunk.
Nobody's gonna want a skunk.
No, it's like, can I make you a skunk?
Well, I mean, now that I think about it, it is the perfect stoner snack. Stoner smell like skunk.
You want to get skunked and have a skunk? Yeah.
I'd be down. You tell me where, and I'll be there.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Looks like we've got a competition on our hands. You remember that sweet young gal, Bonnie Blue?
Sweet, yeah. That's the one with the 1,000 fellas?
Yeah, the world record for most people slept within 12 hours at, put some respect on her name.
Sorry.
1,057 lads.
You know what? Hey, my bad. I'm sorry to disrespect those 57 brave souls.
Allegedly, that world record has been broken.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a nice young lady by the name of Lily Phillips who claims that she has broken Bonnie Blue's record, taking down, are you ready for this?
I don't think I am.
Can I get a drum roll, please? 1,113 gentlemen in 12 hours.
Damn, a whole 66 further. Well done. That's an impressive mark.
Now, I say allegedly because she just put out the statement online. She says the video will be out shortly for anybody who wants to see it.
So we're just taking this lady's word for it for now.
Which is even crazier. I know we broke down the stats of Bonnie Blue's thing before, but it's an average of 92.75 guys an hour, 1.5 men per minute. Like,
just insane.
What the hell are we doing, man?
It's just such a bizarre thing. Like, someone obviously was meant to set the record at some point. We knew that it was going to happen. And then I thought that was it, right? She did it. She did it a second time.
This doesn't need to be a competition.
This doesn't need to be like Alexander Ovechkin chasing Wayne Gretzky.
yeah.
The record is set. It can just stay there. Nobody has to do this.
Honestly, I do think they need to settle the score. Netflix keeps doing these boxing matches. For the OnlyFans title, I don't know what you call it. I think you got to have this Bonnie Blue lady and this Lily Phillips lady in there, and that's how they settle it.
Yeah, we've got Taylor Serrano 3 this Friday on Netflix, and then the follow-up to that is the real battle for the world record.
I'd rather watch this than that. I don't know. I mean, how do you settle the score at this point? Because they can't keep doing this.
No, I mean, honestly, this can't be healthy for anybody
It can't
involved.
be good in general for society if they keep doing this.
So if they're going to settle their differences to see who truly is the master of their craft, it is going to have to be some other avenue, although what that is, I don't know.
I mean, they had Joey Chestnut and Kobayashi do the hot dog eating contest.
Like, just get rid of the buns and see if they can do 1,000 dogs?
They might be pretty good at it.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Down the basement, lock the cellar door, and baby, talk dirty to me.
All right, we've got $100 in Lotto 649 tickets for tonight's jackpot with Talk Dirty to Me. We spun our wheel, and it landed on golf balls, so we've got 3 contestants on hold here who need to be a dirty talk golf ball this morning.
You're the golf ball. You're in the bag, you're on the tee, you're on the fairway, the green, you're somewhere deep in the woods. That's up to you, but our best Dirty Talking golf ball going to win $100 in Lotto 649 tickets, which is good timing. There is an $18 million gold ball jackpot up for grabs tonight with a guaranteed $1 million prize.
If you're not one of our Dirty Talking balls, which I wish I'd have phrased that better, that does mean you are a judge. So judge accordingly, 762-555. But we start on line 1. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, it's Lynn.
Oh, I'm so excited. Lynn, you never disappoint when we get you on for a contest here.
Oh, no.
All right, are you ready to play?
I am.
All right, I will count you in from 3 to 1. You got 10 seconds to be a Dirty Talking golf ball. 3, 2, 1, take it away, Lynn.
Hey, big boy, you see that long, shiny 5-iron? I want you to grab that pole and hit me, baby. Hit me hard as you can. Hit me.
Well done, Lynn. Like I said, she never disappoints when she gets through. All right, Lynn, do us a favor. Stay on hold, okay?
Okay.
All right. She set a high bar this morning.
Great start.
Let's go to line 2.
Hot start.
Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, it's Justin.
Justin, are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
All right, Justin, we need you to be a Dirty Talking golf ball. Timer starts in 3, 2, 1. Take it away, Justin.
You need to grab that big berth and hit the proper dimple. Oh, yeah, just whack it. Put me in the dirt. Put me in the sand. Oh, just whack it, berth. Oh, yeah.
All right. Stop.
I think that's the most anyone's ever said whack it on this show before.
Also, Bertha.
Yeah. All right, Justin, good job. Stay on hold, okay, buddy?
Thanks.
All right, we go to line 3 here. Caller number 3, what is your name?
John Landry.
John Landry. All right, you're our final contestant for. How do you feel about your competition so far this morning?
They did very good.
All right, let's see if you can one-up them all. Timer starts in 3, 2, 1. Take it away.
Wash my ball. Put me in the hole. See that right in the hole.
And
be a good time.
And John finished early.
Stage fright gets the best of us sometimes, John. All right,
brother.
stay on hold. Okay, let's
Can I
wait
say
out.
I'm shocked that not one person made mention of grabbing the wood?
True.
That felt like the easy one in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Lynn went for the iron instead.
I mean, I feel like when Lynn gets on, it's an automatic W.
She truly is the Joey Chestnut of Win Stuff with Brock and Dalby.
Everyone seems to agree. It's Lynn. We got to give it to her. Lynn, are you still there?
Oh, yeah.
Undefeated as always. A ding and a round of applause. The best Dirty Talking golf ball this morning goes to you, all right?
I've never golfed in my life.
Luckily, we weren't looking for you to go golfing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good at the talking part, though.
Hey, my husband says I'm great at it.
Yeah!
If you do happen to win the big jackpot tonight, some nickels and dimes for the fellas, or at least some new golf balls?
Absolutely.
I just want a 5-iron.
I'll let you and Lynn talk about that one.
Later, Dalby, later.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast. Would you rather? Wednesday. Would you rather Wednesday?
All right, yeah, let's get weird. 762-555. First, would you rather here says, would you rather be a bee or a wasp?
I feel like there is a growing section of the population that likes bees. There are people who are becoming like recreational apiarists, having beehives and things in their own home. And I don't think there's anybody on the planet that likes wasps.
But the bees are dying. You have to remember that.
The wasps are dying too. If I have my say, I get my house sprayed every year.
I feel like the wasps are more like a gang, you know? The bees are friendly. If you push them a little bit, they sting you and then they die. And then you feel bad because then you're killing the bees.
You know what? Listen, when I see Wasp movie starring Jerry Seinfeld, maybe I'll change my opinion. But until then, I'm a bee guy.
Think about all the bullies you could get back at if you were a wasp. Someone said, would you rather never have to cut your grass ever again or shovel snow? Oh, snow. Easy.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
The thing is like, even if you had to choose, like, I can never cut my grass, but I never have to do so. Like, long grass looks ugly and sucks, but if you can't shovel your snow, then you can't leave the house. And it's just so much more physical toll on your spine trying to shovel.
I dread shoveling snow more than I do cutting the grass. At least, like, cutting the grass, I can have a beer while I'm doing it.
Right, yeah. trying to be out there shoveling snow with a Michelob in hand.
You can't even smoke a cigarette when you're shoveling snow.
Or, to be honest, even after you're shoveling snow, you're out there wheezing, trying to get back to some reasonable level of health.
Yeah.
Snow is way worse.
Cutting your grass is also like a perfection thing for some people, right? Like there's an art form to it versus
True.
like shoveling snow. There's really nothing. Yeah.
For some people, like if you told them they couldn't cut their grass, they would be upset. Like it's a zen moment for them.
Someone said, would you rather, as a child, be born on Christmas or born on Halloween?
Oh, born on Halloween, for sure. Because born on Halloween, you're probably still going to get presents. You're maybe not going to have the coolest birthday party because whatever. And you can shift, right? Like, I can have my birthday party the day before Halloween and I'll still get a party.
Yeah.
If you're at Christmas, you get nothing.
And I actually twist the question up here. As a parent,
Oh.
would you rather your kid be born on Halloween or Christmas?
Christmas. Absolutely Christmas.
Makes it so much easier.
It's so much. There's less
I've
responsibility.
always felt so bad for kids that are born on Christmas.
Absolutely. But it's less responsibility for the parents. It's less cost. And you can't even throw a big party. Half your kids' friends are gone. Like, they're not around.
Yeah.
So, yes, your kid will be sad, and that will be sad, but you'll also save so much money.
Someone said, would you rather be in the running of the bulls or do that cheese wheel run they do in the UK?
I feel like I could safely navigate my way down the cheese hill if I just didn't try to get the cheese. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's so steep that you're gonna, like, everybody biffs it on that thing.
You could also, though, they're like, and go, and you just sit and bum scoot your way down.
But you could also do that at the running of the bulls where you just pull off to the side and just like, I could throw you in front of me. And
a lot of those laneways that they do in Pamplona don't have great hiding spots. Your best bet is to try and like jump up and grab someone's balcony. And I don't know about you, but I'm not athletic enough to do that.
I do feel like the running of the bulls at least sounds cooler to people if they're like, oh my God, like, why are you in a wheelchair? And you're like, I was in the running of the bulls versus, why are you in a wheelchair? I was running after cheese.
It's true. People who do the running of the bulls are looked at as like thrill seekers and extreme athletes sort of thing. Whereas if you're like, I was one of the guys that tried to get the cheese, they're like, so you're an idiot, right?
Final one here says, would you rather talk like how Brian Johnson sings?
Okay.
Or would you rather sing like Christopher Walken how he talks?
Well, I think it's got to be the Christopher Walken one, right? Like, hey, maybe I'm not going to have a mega singing career or anything like that, but imagine trying to have a serious...
Hey, guys!
like you have to sit down and give your kids bad news or something, or even you have to, like, have a serious conversation with your significant other. I just found out you were cheating on me with my brother.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Did you hear the bad news? Dad died.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
All right, let's see what he's got.
Good morning. Yeah, today's word is accolade. Yep, accolade. 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 And it's a mark of praise or recognition or like an award. That's always good to get. That makes people feel good, eh? I haven't won a trophy in a long time. Anyways, that's all right. Have a great one. Cheers. You're up.
Accolade.
I mean, you know, most people don't get a lot of accolades. The world would be a better place if more people got accolades along the way. You know, you have your employee of the month, and, you know, if you're a student, you can be like valedictorian and stuff like that.
Yeah, although some guys that I've hung around with never shut up about their accolades from hockey.
It is true, yeah. Once you win something, you've kind of got to keep it in the context of when you won it.
Nobody cares that you won the Silver Stick tournament in Pee Wee, all right, dude? Relax.
Next, you're going to tell me I shouldn't be hanging on to all those participant ribbons from my youth, huh? Is that you try to take my accolades away from me?
When I hang out with people and they still have their trophies, it's like, all right. Accolade. Use it wherever you can. Get rid of the trophies, man. Come on.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.